As you have previously seen, Vichitravirya became the king of Hastinapura. This is the story of King Vichitravirya's marriage and Amba's revenge. A messenger arrived in Hastinapur's royal court with the news of grand Swayamvara in the kingdom of Kashi, a kingdom of sacred temples, golden palaces, and the holy Ganga flowing through its heart. The three princesses of Kashi, Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika, of unmatched beauty, were seeking worthy husbands. Kings and princesses from across Bharatavarsha gathered at Kashi's magnificent court, each hoping to win their hand. But Bhishma had other plans. Before any king could make their claim, Bhishma declared these princesses belonged to King Vichitravirya of Hastinapur. No one could match the warrior blessed by the gods themselves. Bhishma placed the three princesses in his chariot and rode toward Hastinapur. However, on the way, King Shalva of Saubala stopped Bhishma to rescue Amba. Shalva and Amba had vowed to marry each other, and he would not let her be taken without a fight. In a fierce battle between Shalva and Bhishma, Shalva was defeated. The chariot arrived at Hastinapur's gates. Two princesses, Ambika and Ambalika, descended gracefully, though frightened and uncertain. They accepted their fate with dignity. The kingdom celebrated as King Vichitravirya prepared to wed both sisters in a grand ceremony filled with sacred rituals. But Amba refused to marry Vichitravirya, and she said, "My heart belongs to King Shalva. It was him I would have chosen, and I vowed to marry him." Bhishma honored her truth. "If your heart belongs to another, I will not force this marriage. Return to Shalva with my blessing." Amba arrived at Shalva's kingdom expecting the love she had preserved. But Shalva turned her away. "You were taken by Bhishma. You rode in his chariot. I cannot accept you now." Shalva had not forgotten the humiliation at the hands of Bhishma. Amba's world shattered. The man she loved rejected her because of her supposed dishonor. And Amba returned to Hastinapur with a heavy heart. And by then Vichitravirya said he could not marry Amba, who loved another man. And Amba could not bear this humiliation. She stood before Bhishma with a demand that shook the court. "You took me, you destroyed my future, now you must marry me." Pain crossed Bhishma's face. "Amba, I cannot marry. My vow is eternal and I'll never marry and never father children." And this infuriated Amba. "You have destroyed me, and I will have my vengeance." And Amba left Hastinapura consumed by fury. And when she left, she requested several warriors to punish Bhishma. She sought help from other kings to wage war, but no one supported her. At last, Amba was determined to destroy the man who had ruined her life. Amba went to Himalayas and observed years of brutal penance, standing on one leg for months, starving herself, praying to Lord Shiva with absolute devotion. The gods themselves trembled at her determination, and Lord Shiva appeared before her and said, "Your suffering has moved me. Bhishma had blessings of all gods and goddesses. You cannot kill him in this life, but in your next life you will become the cause of Bhishma's death, where you will be born as the daughter of Drupada." Shiva handed her a garland, saying, "Whoever wears this garland will be able to fight Bhishma." Amba hung the garland on the door of the palace and entered the sacred flames, choosing the death to accelerate her revenge. Years later, in the kingdom of Panchala, King Drupada received a divine blessing, a child born as daughter but destined to become a warrior. That girl child later came to be known as Shikhandi, and Bhishma's fate was sealed.